Hello and welcome to the Holy Hour podcast. It's the bi-weekly All Cure podcast, and it's that time of year. I'm joined by Chaz and Antonio. Welcome back, fellas.
Hello.
Howdy, everyone.
How you been, Chaz?
I'm doing fucking great, man. Go Birds.
Yeah, your birds pulled through.
Yeah, I'm still pulled through, man. They just dominated.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still on cloud 9 right now, and I will be probably for quite a while, just with this. And you know, with the state of the world, this is just something to hang on to.
Exactly.
For Philadelphia, anyway. Fuck everybody else.
Yeah. The Eagles definitely created a brand new porn category this weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, it is indeed. And so lots to celebrate there. And it's that time of year again. And since if it's not Super Bowl time, it's award season, guys. So we just had the Grammys, which were very uncool and didn't even seem to shout out The Cure at all. I wouldn't really know. I didn't watch a second of it, but I'm assuming, I don't think they, I thought I heard somebody say they didn't qualify time period wise. They're always weird with their like.
It was. There's a certain cutoff.
So
like it has to be out for a certain amount of time during the year.
Okay,
I think.
yeah.
So they'd be good
next
year.
year.
They'd be good for next year.
Yeah.
Like, do you think I'm trusting the fucking motherfuckers that voted Beyonce's album as best country album?
Right.
Not that I'm defending country music, but I'm like, you have no pulse on music or life. You like, fuck off. Like,
notorious for their
that was like the Venn diagram of people mad about Beyonce winning the country or whatever. It was a country album of the year.
She won best country album and then out. And then out. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And the people that were upset at the Kendrick halftime show are kind of overlapping each other in just a circle. So I'm just kind of
I just hate Beyonce, so it's not that I'm defending country music.
I'm not a Beyonce fan either. I was just like,
you should never give an award to somebody who has like 95 different credits of who wrote stuff on her album. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like,
but country isn't country anymore. It's just pop music. That's all it is, and it's just with the twang. And it's just like you're not listening to country. Like,
it probably was more country than.
Probably was.
Maybe they were,
Dolly Parton said it was country, so whatever.
Yeah, maybe it was more country. So yeah, we had that, and the Brit Awards is actually coming up. By the time this airs, this will be coming out actually the day after the Brit Awards, and of course the Brits always have a little better Cure love going, and the Cure actually is nominated over there. Voting just wrapped up on the 14th or 15th, I think, and the actual awards is on March 1st, and the Cure are nominated for Songs of a Lost World, Best Album, Best Group, and then the fans get to vote on Best Alternative Rock Act or not. I didn't write down who they were going up against, but I have been voting and didn't even really register who the other people were, but hopefully we can say congrats to the Cure, because they probably won all three of those by the time this airs, so who knows, but I don't know.
You've just been sitting on a computer for the last 3 days, right?
Voting just totally voting nonstop.
Yeah. But it's also one of those things where it's like sometimes I feel like they're like, because so many people praised the record, that sometimes award shows try to like be different than the popular opinion.
True. Yeah, it's hard to say. It doesn't really seem like the kind of album that would win mega awards by any means, even if people are praising it. But at the same time, I could see definitely the fan vote could pull through, because we're a pretty fanatical batch of
a little bit.
Yeah.
They could, but so that could work. And the best group, I don't know. See, I probably should have done better homework and actually looked to see what they're going up against, but I'm so out of the loop that I probably don't even know who the hell any of them are. So, but I don't know. They've won in the past.
The Beatles.
Beat up the
Paul
Beatles.
McCartney.
So we'll see. But for the most part, the reasoning for the second annual Cure Awards is because, it's the only award show where the Cure wins every category, and they win all night long on our awards show. So this is the ultimate ass kiss fest if you've ever seen one. So we're doing it again. We're gonna give you the list tonight of nominees. We're going to go through all the categories. We got some new categories. We're scratching a few categories. We're modifying. And we've got a lot of the old staples in there to see who can pull off a second win. A two-peat? What do you call that? A repeat? Two-peat.
Back-to-back.
Back-to-back. There you go. And so maybe with this second annual one, we'll see what albums change things up. We got a whole new album to throw into the mix, so that might throw everything off too. Everyone's just going to be like, Songs of the Lost World for everything. So I guess the biggest change up would be that we're going to allow you guys, the listeners out there, to add a nominee too. So we'll have our 3 choices, and then you can write one in. So if we get a little wacky on our choices and you guys want to play it safe and still just pick Disintegration for everything, then you have that power. Isn't that sweet? So we'll see what happens. Maybe you guys will...
And don't try and be funny out there in Cure World and just write in the Cure self-titled album for every answer.
Yeah, fucking do the Hansa for every category or something. Weedy Burton wins Song of the Year.
Hell yeah.
Well, we'll see. I guess if enough people do it, then the people have the voice.
Spoken.
They have spoken. So that's the plan. We're going to go through them all. We tried, like we said, scratch a few, so this won't go on for days and days. We'll get it out there as soon as this episode is done and out in the world. Voting will be open. We'll post the link everywhere like we did last time in all our social medias and try to paste it around a little bit, but I'll try not to be too annoying with it too. Just it's out there, so you should be able to find it, and you'll have 2 whole weeks to vote. Should we begin the opening ceremony? And we've got an interpretive dance from the cast of Hamilton. They're going to dance to Club America to kick this show off. And we are going to come off the red carpet here and begin announcing the nominations for this year's categories. Very serious business. Everyone's dressed up and looking beautiful. Chaz is wearing all Eagles gear today.
I have painted my dick green, so just to let everybody know, every part of me is green.
Where we got Eagles tuxedo. And,
yep.
Antonio's got a sponsored Pabst Blue Ribbon tuxedo on right now. It looks good. All right, let's do the first category. What do you say?
Let's do it.
We're going to work our way up from the bottom, so don't tune out. And you know how they always do the kind of goofier ones first. We can't just come out blazing with best album. So let's kick it off with a new category this year, replacing our favorite time travel year question that we love to ask. This time we're just going to put it right on the table and ask, what is the best tour ever? Which year or tour? Choose based on the album or the year. So best tour ever. That I'm assuming favorite of yours. It doesn't have to be financially, but if you happen to know all the numbers and if Robert was personally satisfied, then that helps too. But and we'll rotate with our choices again because a lot of our choices are going to overlap. So it'll be kind of first dibs on a year. We all chose couple backup choices if our favorite choice isn't chosen. All right, we'll go alphabetical this year. So Antonio, Chaz, and then me. We'll go alphabetical.
Okay.
First name.
Which one was it? Oh man, I gotta go first. Which one are we doing?
Best tour.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's an easy one. I am not an easy one, but I'm gonna say the 2023 Songs of a Lost World tour because I got to see the Cure with you guys.
Yay! Very cool. Definitely on my list too.
And it was it was the first tour in a long time where it was like we were hearing a bunch of new songs. The set lists were great every night.
Yeah.
Lineup was great. I mean, opening band was the same as every other tour.
No surprises there. The merch was great.
Yeah. The merch was inexpensive. We even got a refund on service fees.
$20. Kick
Robert Flaw Ticketmaster. I mean,
to the death.
Just has all the makings of fucking fantastic. So.
Very true. Great choice. Yeah, I have a feeling a lot of these are going to be strong on that tour and the latest album and everything. So, what do you think, Chaz? Yeah,
Well, that was like a Jake Elliott chip shot for you, Antonio. So I'm gonna go with a little tush push here, and
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with the Prayer Tour, the 1989 tour,
classic.
as the greatest tour that The Cure had done. You have some of the bands that they played with. I think you can put up there as some of the best bands that they shared the stage with. You know, with Dinosaur Jr. and the Pixies,
Mhm.
Love and
Yeah.
Rockets, and then you get the Entreat live album off of that also. So
True.
that's a plus. I think that they had one of the best lineups, and I think some of the best fashion and some of the best what do you bootleg sounds too that
Yeah.
we'll
The
go
whole
into also. But yeah,
the whole
so
Dodger Stadium thing was a
yep,
big milestone. So
yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
lots to praise on that choice. Great job, Chaz.
Yeah. Now,
I
what
think
shitty tour do
that was
you
one of
have,
Man, yeah,
Gavin?
they
yeah,
really put me in a
yeah.
corner here.
No one puts baby in the corner.
Yeah, I guess mine would have to go down to the first time I saw him, 92. So probably another technically a safe bet for the Wish Tour. 92. Great shows all the way through. Like you're saying, we got Show in Paris out of it. So we have
Yeah,
high
definitely.
quality, good evidence that the show's delivered outside of seeing it as a wee boy. Again, opening acts, Cranes, who I'm not crazy about, but I know a lot of people are, and Shelley and Orphan, and yeah, so pretty solid all the way through. I think we start getting into like powerhouse Cure mode for sure by that point too. So yeah, great lineup. The last lineup with that crew. So yeah, 1992 is my choice as the third and final nominee. So altogether, we got the most recent 2023. And I guess that would include like the European. We'll just call it the whole Shows of a Lost World tour then. So 2022 to 2023, and 89's Prayer Tour, 92 Wish Tour.
I have a feeling that a lot of people are probably going to say that for the next bet or the next what people can
Yeah,
write in.
yeah.
I feel like the 96 one's going to be
96.
the Gen X.
Oh yeah, the Wild Mood Swings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where a
that's a
little
weird
bit
one.
more
'Cause-
personal.
yeah, because if and they were great shows, but they were yeah, it's funny because it was kind of a messy tour in the sense of not selling as well as they thought, and they had some weird kind of Empire band phase, struggling a bit for the first
Hmm.
time, but if you look at just the shows, those are amazing shows and set lists. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that's the next contender, or if somebody goes, oh, who knows, maybe that fucking Faith tour with like the carnival and shit.
Oh yeah, I was there.
Yeah, so who knows? But, very cool. So we'll see. Look forward to seeing if any others can outshine our nominations. All right, next category. We're not going to do Robert's hair fashion this time. We'll give that a rest for this year, and Simon's fashion. So this time we sprinkled in a few because people love a good negative themed category. So this time we're going to do the worst Robert fashion era. So we know they're all great, but what were some of the ones where you went, that's a odd fashion choice. There might be one shining example that outweighs, but who knows? We all got our different tastes. So let's see. We'll have Chaz kick this one off now since Antonio started the last one.
So part of me really wants to go hockey jersey here, but at the same time, it was kind of endearing.
Exactly.
So
It's tough.
I'm gonna go 2008, Robert.
Okay.
I felt like at that point, like something about him now just kind of feels more authentic.
Yeah.
That but like there, I felt like he was trying to do too much or try to give off that I'm goth gothy dark kind of feeling.
Okay.
Like, you know, where it's just like, you know, you're just kind of yourself now.
Yeah.
You know, and like, but then it felt like
Would that been a little bit more with the self-titled album, though? You think, or was he?
Yeah, I guess because like,
Yeah.
but he was there with Pearl too, and just I felt like there was an emphasis on trying to be dark and quirky instead of trying to be himself.
Yeah.
Which which is fine, whatever. But I feel like as a fashion choice, it wasn't him.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't his authentic self. Like I didn't really like the whole, shorts and everything long on top that's dark, and I'm just like, why are you doing that, dude? I know you're hot.
Yeah.
Just wear a t-shirt.
Well, he
man.
didn't wear it on stage. That's again another whole subcategory. This is like, that could be a whole category really of post-show going to the airport Robert or something. I don't know, but yeah, we'll just say 2004 to 2008. How about that?
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah.
So, I believe that's the time where he fell asleep in the hotel room, and somebody had to come in and get it for sound check, and he was covered in candy wrappers.
I just passed out in the
I think that was that
sea of candy
that
wrappers.
time area. Yeah,
Okay.
which is still one of my favorite Robert stories.
Yeah, we've all been there, right? Awesome. Cool. Well, I guess it's tempting that hockey jersey. I'm gonna leave that one off too because I think it is cool. I was wearing hockey jerseys then, and I didn't even like hockey that much.
Kevin Smith was.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say
just-
that. I was like, maybe he was really into Clerks.
Yeah. So,
And edit this part out, please. But I still have a ton of hockey jerseys still in that still make it out every once in a while. So
occasionally you gotta.
yeah,
I've never owned a hockey jersey, actually.
Yeah.
They've always just looked ridiculous on me, like I raided my dad's closet or some shit.
What he really needed to get into was basketball jerseys, like the hardcore scene in like the late '90s, where every band had like had a basketball jersey.
Yeah.
So that's what I would love to see. I'd love to see a Cure basketball jersey
Yeah,
and see his
I want to see I
want
want to see him wearing like Hate Breed jersey, VOD, sick of it all, like straight up tough guy hardcore basketball. Madball, like yeah. That'd be amazing.
Dear. Well, so I'll leave that one out too, and I'm gonna go for his worst fashion era being right off the bat with the Three Imaginary Boys era, where he had his like his fluffy parted hair with the homie hike 'em up pants that are up to his armpits, and just
you can see the outline of his junk really well.
Everything
way too high.
They're all sharing like one cool leather jacket, and it's just like, ugh.
Let me wear it.
It's like there's a reason why we're not going for an image on this first album, boys. So I'll do that one. I know he's.
That was actually my second. That was going to be my second one, just because of the pictures I've seen him with those like high-waisted pants.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there that doesn't quite work. So I'm glad he found makeup.
The music, the punk music hit your scene. Just the fashion hadn't yet.
Nah,
you heard it. You just didn't see
like
it.
it was still caught somewhere in between, like the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and 50s gangsters. You know, like it was just all over the place.
What do you got, Antonio?
I am going with the "What the fuck did you do?" 1986. Cut your hair off, Robert Smith.
Ooh, yeah,
a little controversial there, but also
the little buzz
kind of right
to
some people.
Like it just because it just all of a sudden like he went from looking like Robert Smith to John Cusack overnight.
Yeah,
and it was like, what?
I would actually, I think that like 87 like I Don't Want to Be the Pirate shirts is pretty bad too.
Yeah, it's like right when his hair was coming back too. So it's like he was starting to look like himself up top, but he was not looking like himself outfit wise,
Yeah.
He was really into period pieces at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. I just always thought it was such a buzz cut, like it's not really that short, even like on In Orange and stuff, when you look at it, it's just a buzz by his standards, but it's hardly a Marine haircut or anything,
Oh, yeah, totally.
It just looks like a whole fuzzball, but So, all right.
He gets a Chet haircut with the flat top. Fuck it, man.
Yeah.
All right. So, and that leaves open hockey jersey or all kinds of possibilities for the write-in option for the good people out there if they really want to take that route. So this is in the new category as well. This is best reissue that they've ever put out. I guess I'll kick this one off. Ooh.
Yeah, kick it off, baby.
I wrote 3 choices, but they're all kind of equal. I'm going to go with that Wish Deluxe was something we just wanted forever, and I think it definitely pulled through. And lots of good stuff on there. Great to have it on vinyl. Great to have the Lost Wishes on good CD there. So a little big punch for the pack. Pack the big punch, that one had a lot. So Wish, that's my choice.
That's a great one. Can't really. I mean,
that is great. That was gonna be my number 1. So
awesome.
We are in agreement.
You get so much fucking shit with that one, like because at once, because you get the record that like nobody ever got a chance to get for the most part.
Right.
And then,
it was.
Yeah, exactly.
So
my backup choices are all because there was like kind of one or the other, but that one really was like the whole, even the fucking tape. It's like sweet.
Yeah,
it's like all these things I wanted in one package. So yeah, what'd you got, Antonio?
I'm gonna go with the Japanese Whisper from last year.
Okay.
I think it sounds great. I loved the packaging. They kind of did that whole split where like you pulled the vinyl out and the outer sleeve was part of the artwork, and then the other part it was just done really, really well. It had like the recycled plastic outside. That's kind of really when Robert like really started with the like it was coming out that he was purposely really trying to do things from an environmental standpoint. And I just I've always loved Japanese Whisperer. So even though I have an original copy, I was stoked to get that one on vinyl. And
because they haven't really done too much of that with the reissues as far as like changing up the art and the design of it. And stuff,
so it was very cool. Yeah, it was a different if it was a different way, it was a different way to make it like special.
Yeah, totally agree.
And I figured I'd give love to like a non-actual reissue.
Cool.
I am going with the 2010 reissue of Disintegration.
Okay, yeah.
Because you got the rarities with it from 88 to 89, the instrumentals, things like that. That's cool, but then you also get the Entry Plus thing that was with it, which is just phenomenal. I mean, that's probably the best thing you could have done on top of it. Would have liked to just have did they do just the plain B-sides on that one?
No, that's been always something kind of weird. They just reserved all those for Join the Dots there.
Yeah.
So
which is the one thing that aggravated me, but at the same time,
even with the Wish
if you
one,
had if you had Join the Dots already, you already had them. But I think with just putting Entry Plus on there was just a great idea.
Yeah, and then I guess you would still count that as like they had like a special website that was like a whole nother batch of like rarities and demos and stuff. So I still have a CDR of that I just put in with my CDs of it. It's like a whole other batch. Nothing, that really stands out. It's like just yet another like studio demo or whatever. But that was.
And they repressed the vinyl for that too.
Yeah, so a lot of people.
It wasn't the huge. It wasn't like the Max thing or anything, but it is, which I kind of wish it was. But at the same time, like it would have been cool if they did a double with would have to be a triple, I think, and then they put Entry Plus in there. That would have been cool.
Yeah, that was a whole other deal. So. Cool.
Yeah, and was that one when the vinyl came out version of that was 180 gram, right? I think.
Yeah, that was the beefy one.
Double. Yeah, I have that one. Yeah, when like you can see that one from across the room in my like Cure vinyl because it's so thick.
Like
even the sleeves thick on it. Yeah, she thick. You know what I'm saying?
All right, moving right along. We got old category from last time, but new choices. We got best unreleased song. And this and the next category will be a little shifted up because of the release of Songs of a Lost World, so we don't have that crutch anymore of being like, I want those new songs. So, what is an unreleased song by The Cure that you would like to see, or you just think is the best unreleased song? So,
like this is hard because I don't know what you considered unreleased if we've already heard it.
I guess,
But like if I wanted to hear a song, I would want to hear uh oh man, probably
I'd
I'd
say an
want to
unreleased
hear
studio. Maybe that'll clear it up for like a studio version. So it has to be a
yeah.
studio record, and it has to be released on something officially by The Cure. So not like you can find the demo bootleg out there somewhere. So.
Yeah, I think I'd want to hear. I know this is going to be a weird one, but I'd want to hear Friday I'm in Love, the David Allen Disintegration mix.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're going back, referencing back to that where, there's those rough mixes Dave Allen made of Wish since he didn't officially mix the album. So there's got to be that Friday I'm in Love version. Yeah, is there any particular? So you haven't heard it at all. So that
No,
one, yeah.
I just imagine a slowed, darker version of Friday I'm in Love somewhere.
Okay. So, we'll take it. Let's see. Like the choices would be like Spilt Milk would be, but we got a pretty good bootleg of that floating around out there. So I guess I would like to hear a studio version of It Can Never Be the Same. And it'll probably come out on the next one, but who knows if that's ever going to come out. So I'm going to go with that. It Can Never Be the Same studio version. So that would be my choice. Now that we've grown to love it from more live shows, and I think it'll fit right in the vein of this last album. So
I would like to hear a studio version in the way that they would record it now due to just the kind of the way the world is. Your God is Fear.
yeah, okay.
I was like, I'm gonna throw a curveball because I was thinking
So
Spilt Milk too, but I was like, you know what? Like this, sometimes when I listen to Your God is Fear like on YouTube, and I'm like, I just like listen to the lyrics and I think about like kind of the mood recording wise of Songs of the Lost World. I'm like, I feel like I'd like to hear it in that vein,
I think it was like a B-side of on something on the self-titled, right? So
Because I just remember thinking that song should have made the album because it's better than what's on the.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's on one of those deluxe or one of the billion like alt end. They had like 3 different CD singles.
Yeah, it is.
And
It's on all end.
Okay.
It's
it's on the
why can't I be
single.
me and Your God is Fear.
Right.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so then I'm gonna go with my original, which would be Spilt Milk.
Okay, cool. That works. Sorry to get a technicality going again.
No, I mean, listen, it's a good problem to have when it's a band that we love that's got so much material.
Yeah,
And
Absolutely.
so many B-sides and so many fucking singles with like it's it's a good problem to have.
For sure. Cool. For the next category, stems off of this one too. So best unreleased album now, and we'll do album / add a new version of this and make it reissue too. So what's the best like that hasn't come out reissue yet, or album that you're pretty sure is out there in a sense in some form but hasn't been released? So last year will be a good one to kind of pap out. Last year, Songs of the Lost World obviously was the winner, but that was the one where we also had Chaz's choice of David Allen's mix of Wish, and Antonio went with 414 Scream. So 2 of those are still on the table, but also, and I guess you could include the next companion album to Songs of the Lost World that is supposed to come out this summer, end of summer, right? Isn't that the current due date, I think?
And that's the big rumor.
Yeah.
I mean, like, does it count that I want to hear all the songs that would make a whole nother album that were recorded for Songs of a Lost World that didn't make it?
I think that would be the next album. So yeah, we could call that the companion album that he's talking about.
No, but I don't know if that's the one that they're talking about would be a next one. I just feel like
think
like because he said they recorded like
yeah,
20 something songs for this.
I think the bulk of them will be that there, unless he's trying to split that into like 2 other albums too. But I think
because I think even in that interview though, BBC, like he said this one was like all him, and that the next one was going to be more like everybody.
Yeah.
So, but maybe some of the songs make it because it's like a few will be fully Robert written. But,
yeah, hard to say.
Because at some point I'm like dying to hear what else like didn't make the cut for this.
Yeah. Well, I guess for the sake of this, we could say that it's all like a Songs of the Lost World 2, you could say. But if you want to go that route.
Whether it's whatever album that's like coming after it, if it's semi-tied, because also he said the next one is more poppy. So I don't know if all those songs would have been poppy ones. Yeah, so it's like
it could never be the same. Isn't exactly pop by any means, or Another Happy Birthday isn't like a pop song. So
right, yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna go with whatever was cut from Songs of a Lost World.
Okay, that sounds good. We'll go with
you know what I mean? Like we'll verbalize it that way.
Yeah, sounds good. If anybody wants to word it better on the write-in option, they can go for that. What about you, Chaz?
I'm gonna go with an older reissue that I wish they would do. Is that what we're doing? That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah. A reissue or just like a Robert solo album or something like that. You can say something that
I would like them to do a reissue of Concert, but with like all that material all together.
Okay.
And because there's a bunch of stuff that they did put together like at one point, but it was like I think it was a cassette.
Okay, yeah.
But like I'd really like to see them do something like that and put it out on vinyl.
Yeah, that would be cool. Something that's a little more polished, because that rarities that came with the tape of that is like kind of just a whole weird hodgepodge of random weird shit, So yeah, that would be cool. I'm gonna go with since I like to just go in order. If they went outside of the order, it would drive me a bit crazy. Like if they did Blood Flowers next or anything. But even though I'd probably want that more, but let's just do Wild Mood Swings Deluxe. I want to get the ball rolling on these deluxes again and just get them all out. The end is in sight. They could do this really easy. Just crank out those last 4 albums or whatever on deluxe versions. And I guess you don't really need to do a deluxe of Songs of the World. They probably will. They'll put that out, a deluxe version in like a year.
That'll come out before the next. Yeah.
Sure. So I'm going with Wild Mood Swings deluxe version. So Lord knows what the hell would actually be on that. But
I don't even know if I want to know what would be on that. To tell you the truth, Gavin.
There was already too much on it, so they need to pull songs off of it, and it'll be like
do less, guys. Please do less.
Not deluxe, but slim version of Wild Mood Swings. But yeah, it'd be cool to hear some demos and stuff, just because the recording is kind of weird on some of those songs, the choices production wise and stuff. So it would be kind of cool to hear. And remember they shopped out all the mixes, so there's probably 1 billion extra mixes floating around. So all right, next up we have best B-side, our favorite return category from last time. So Cure's packed full of wonderful B-sides. Last year we had Exploding Boys, the big winner, of course. Halo and Sugar Girl were the contenders.
I'm gonna stay with Halo. Maybe more people will listen to it after I said it.
All right, yeah.
Fuck it.
Can't go wrong with that.
Dying on a hill for that song.
There you go. What do you think, Chaz?
This is an easy one for me because it's my second favorite B-side, and that's Too Late. Okay. So I did Exploding Boy last time, I think.
Yeah.
You did, yeah.
All right. Yeah, and
I did Sugar Girl last time. It goes according from what you had here. You ruined it and did Exploding Boy for me.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And I did Sugar Girl.
First, yeah.
Okay. So the plot thickens. I think because Exploding Boy was like pretty much one of the bigger blowouts last time too. So I'm not gonna choose Exploding Boy. I'm gonna go with Underdog, one of A Few Hours After This. I love that song. So I got that Halo for Antonio, Too Late for Chaz.
There we
And,
go.
if the people want Exploding Boy to repeat, then it's all possible. So,
That's the write-in.
yeah, so we'll see what happens. No shortage of great B-sides there. All right, next one's another new category. This is a weird one. Best bootleg. So we have to not only think of a bootleg in particular that you enjoy, but also have to have the name. A lot of them are really terrible names, but
I brought
hey, there we go.
some shit with me.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Which
All right. So as far as my vinyl goes, I have two that are here. I have the Kissing Tour, which is one from '87, which is from it says Birmingham
nice.
in '87, and then there's this other one that I believe is from '85. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. I have it on my computer though,
Okay.
because I, I burnt all these onto my computer with a USB record player thing
Right,
from above
right.
thing. But this one's really good. I just don't know the name top of it, but it has In Between Days, The Blood on here, Push, and then a lot of older songs
All
from
live. It's
yeah,
from a
all
live.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but yeah, those are the two of my favorite ones. But this has a bunch of has the art has some weird
Yeah,
ass
that looks
artwork on
cool.
it.
It's got the
So it looks
blurry.
like a combination of the two Dayglow faces like superimposed on each other.
Yeah.
So it's that one's kind of cool, but I'll try to get the name of it. I have them all on my computer. I just gotta find it. But
Uh-uh.
the Kissing Tour, I would probably say.
Go with that one. It's just called the
Yeah,
Kissing Tour,
yeah,
and it's them in Birmingham.
yeah. I was
Okay.
but I didn't know if you guys would count it or not. There was there's a bootleg of Entry called the Eucharist,
Uh-huh.
but it's just a
Oh,
bootleg of
yeah.
that. So I'm just like, I don't know if that counts.
It's a
Oh,
bootleg
wow.
of something that's out. Yeah,
So
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. Wow. Yeah, that would count. I guess they all count. But yeah, one of those ones that gets kind of negated when the actual version comes out. It probably was something that came out before. I wonder before
Yeah.
like the deluxe. Is it all of it like Intreat Plus?
Yeah, it's all.
or
Yeah, I think it's the whole thing.
So cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll put down Kissing Tour for you guys, and we'll leave those other ones open to suggestions for the write-in if people want to go that route. Sound good?
You got it.
All right. My selection for best bootleg was a vinyl one too. And my buddy in England sent it to me, and I didn't really know what the hell it was going to be until it showed up. But it's called Acoustic Daze, Daze. Terrible artwork. It looks
Yep.
horrible, but it's got Unplugged on it, so it's cool to have MTV Unplugged Cure on vinyl. And then it's like there's a few little spots for leftover stuff, and it has like To the Sky just for whatever the hell reason, and a couple other ones just thrown on there. So it's just kind of nice to have that on vinyl too, and just plays afterwards. So that's probably my most go-to bootleg vinyl, is just because Unplug is rad and it's fun to hear that. So and I think acoustic is spelled wrong on it too. It's like ACCUSTIC, acoustic, yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
So cool. All right, Antonio, do you got one that stands out? Your most go-to bootleg?
Yeah, because it's my newest one, and it's been a fun listen, and they actually did a really good job with it.
Mm-hmm.
It is the Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me demos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
A buddy of mine was selling some records at like a punk flea market, and he actually didn't put that one out because he was like, Antonio might be here. He's like, I don't want to sell it to anyone else. And it was like, he
Nice.
came running up and was like, dude, look at this. And I was like, Zoink.
Yeah.
And he gave me an extremely good price on it. So
Yeah, nice that the bootlegs have become a special cool thing because you don't know what the hell to look out for at record stores now. You know that
yeah, yeah.
they're the
Yeah,
ones I get
yeah.
most excited about when I go to a record store now looking for Cure shit. I'm like, what the hell is this? And 9 out of 10 times it's something I already have, but just has a different name and cover. This so they're all kind of
Yeah.
dangerous that way. But if you can find one that's got cool art and good quality. I guess you never really know the quality until you get home. But even the CDs, there's a couple old ones of that. I've got some great like those
Yeah, I know. I
Italian
was gonna
printed
dig through
up
my
ones
CDs.
that
I have
are
some.
yeah
I have a pictures of you one with a bunch of like weird random shit on it,
yeah those
and
are great.
that like that was
So,
always my go-to. But I wanted to kind of stay true to vinyl and go with my like the vinyl
nice.
ones.
All right, cool. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Discogs ruined the bootleg market because they don't allow you to buy or sell bootlegs on there anymore. So
yeah,
Ah,
it's completely fucking ruined like the chase of trying to find bootlegs.
yeah,
And
you can still eBay it though.
yeah, it's just I fucking hate eBay.
yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
just I used to love going through Discogs and going through people's collection and picking stuff out and being like, "Hey, you want to sell this?" And like,
Yeah.
so that would, but it's just the taking it makes it harder to track down and it makes it harder to find them.
Yeah.
And it's unless you walk into a record store that just so happens maybe to have one,
Right.
they're almost impossible to find now. So, which
Right.
is aggravating. So, um,
Yeah, it's a bummer.
or you get the new bootlegs that seem to be coming up everywhere now.
Yeah,
So,
and those are always a little iffy, but still fun, or I'm just,
wacky. Yeah.
yeah, or it's just somebody pulled the shit from the CD, and I'm like,
Yeah.
really? How
Yeah.
the? But oh well, and I guess like the in orange one and stuff, like the ones that would be cool.
Yeah.
Even though that
Yeah.
one I love, but at the same time I'm kind of pissed at it because they cut a lot of the cool songs out and stuff. You're like, oh man, it was so close, but. It's like
Gotta fit it.
yeah, it's just like the never-ending Cure disagreements. I was like, "You cut that song? Like, what the fuck?" That was like one of
Out
the
of all
highlights
the
of the
songs.
show. All right. So moving on from there, we got a variation new category coming up next. Instead of best cover by the Cure, we're gonna pick best cover of a Cure song. So people covering the Cure left and right out there in the world. But over the years, what would you guys choose as the best Cure cover of all time ever?
Yeah.
I guess I'll take the low hanging fruit then and go with good old Dinosaur Jr. Just like heaven, still holds up. And
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
That's all of our
so I'll go with that one. Even though there are a few out there that I do consistently listen to, but that one's just solid because we all love Dinosaur Jr. anyway. The shouting chorus is a little goofy, but otherwise it's good.
They just announced the tour.
Oh yeah, so that,
Yeah, they're not coming to Philadelphia. though.
yeah, not here either.
I don't blame them. Oh,
Fighting words. I see. Yeah.
Gotta take down that Philly pride a little bit. It's getting a little too out of control. You had your moment.
It was brief.
Yeah. All right, Antonio, what's your favorite Cure cover?
my favorite Cure cover is Cult Leaders, Fascination Street.
Awesome.
Knew it.
That works.
I'm not ashamed to be shamelessly self-promoting my cover.
There you go. Out
Why the
there
fuck
on
not?
all streaming services, right? So,
Everywhere.
great choice.
And on my Bandcamp, Cult Leader with a K.
All right. How about you, Chaz?
Thinking about. I was gonna go with Damnation AD's cover of Pornography, but I know nobody will vote for that, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
go. Because I still listen to that like to this day. Like
Yeah.
I fucking love that whole album. I'm gonna go with Alkaline Trio's "Exploding Boy"
Okay.
cover.
Yeah, that's a good one. I remember finding that on Napster back in the day and being like, "What? Somebody covered this?"
Can I undo mine? Because I feel I feel weird, shamelessly self promoting, and there's one that's so much better that I have.
No, you have to sit in the embarrassment of your own self promotion.
Sure, your choice, man.
I gotta go with Moreau and Soft Kills. Strange Girl.
Okay.
That is, I mean, when that is like so fucking good, and it's like, dare I say, better than the original.
Ooh.
So,
Ooh.
I don't know, but
well, because they also like made it their own, which is very tough to do, and they do it so well. So
okay.
I wouldn't be able to sleep tonight if I.
Right on. Well, you know what? Since we rule this show, we'll put both those up. Cult Leader, and how about that? There's no rules saying we can't have an extra category.
Breaking the law.
Let's do it. Excellent. All right, next category. This one is one that's swapping out too. Here we're gonna swap out Best Cure / Robert Smith collaboration with the worst collaboration by Robert Smith of the Cure on an original song. So I threw that little part in because if they're doing like an old song, it would be really obvious what we would choose.
So it's a little controversial because my answer is going to be one that was on the best in the last round. I'm sorry. Blink 182 sucks.
Okay.
Even with Robert Smith on the song. His part's cool, but the rest of their voices are annoying and I don't like it.
There you go. Very divisive band there. So yeah, it's all right. We'll see how that holds up.
Sorry, Blink 182.
Does the Korn and Robert Smith one count?
I kind of feel like it doesn't, because that would be an old, it's like a collaboration of songs that already existed. So, and everyone's gonna choose it. So, but it would be
yeah. If you Runaway Win. Yeah.
So I thought it was a little too obvious. As much as I want that to get all the awards for worst everything, worst Cure moment in history, but I'm still just trying to wipe it from history and be in denial. So let's say that doesn't count in this circumstance.
Oh man, I don't even know. I'm trying to think. You got to come back to me on that one, because that's the one I was sitting on. I'm just like, if nobody mentions that, that's going to be mine,
right?
Because it's technically a collab, because it's not an original.
Well,
Cure
I
song.
felt like it opened too many doors because then people could put like when they played with Placebo or when they played with Bowie, even though nobody would choose those because they're actually good performances. But you know what I mean? It's kind of like they were just jamming together more than really collaborating, So that was my thinking anyway.
All right, yeah, you'll come back to me.
I have two I had written down, so maybe this I'll go with my lesser known one because I just never enjoyed it, but Eat Static, their band, and they did In All Worlds, I think it was called. Yeah, In All Worlds, and it's just like really unmemorable and not a favorite of mine. So nothing against Eat Static, even though I remember listening to the rest of their stuff and not really being blown away by it. But yeah, so sorry, Eat Static. You get my nomination for worst collaboration. And there's actually one that people do tend to frown upon that's on a official Cure release. So that might be a good choice for you if you're probably blocked it out on the Greatest Hits album even. It's so...
Oh,
I'm leading the witness. Republica.
It's not band. Cut Here. It's like the next song after Cut Here.
Yeah. Just say yes.
Just say yes. That's it. Yeah. Yes. I was like, it's not Cut Here, but it's like the next track after that. Yeah. Yes, that song is fucking terrible. I didn't know that counted, or else I would have. Well, I didn't know it counted, or else I would have taken it.
Yeah, that's.
I just don't remember the name of the song. I just remember the.
I completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. So
that's the skip over track on that.
Yeah, on the Greatest Hits. Cool. You want to go with that one then?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I didn't even think about that.
Cool. All right. So, and we got that right in. So if we're missing something you guys are passionate about, Fill it in. All right, we'll move on from there, and we're gonna start merging into actual instrumentation and parts here now. So a big subcategory. But first, Beyonce and Billy Ray Cyrus are gonna perform a country rendition of "A Letter to Elise." So after that,
Oh my god. Lacey, it doesn't matter what.
and we're back. And so yeah, best keyboards we're gonna go with now. So the best keyboard riff, I guess, or use of keyboards, however you want to interpret it. We kind of left it open to just best song that had keyboards in it, or if you're thinking of those little wonderful 4-note riffs that Robert's so good at coming up with, or Roger, whoever's really penning it. But last year's winner was Plain Song, and other nominees were The Walk and Want. So, Chaz, I think you kick in
I think
this
it's
one?
me. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Disintegration. Disintegration.
Okay. The song? All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
I fucking love the pacing and just the I don't know. I think seeing it live, he fucking rules on the keyboards on that song. I fucking
Okay.
love it. So
Pretty much put the song Disintegration in every best category, and I think nobody would
all
argue
right,
it too hard.
put it in there for me. I'll see you guys later.
It's good. No, it's hard to argue that. So, all right, I'm gonna go with the big. Yeah, I guess I just gotta get that beefy. Since it wasn't on the list last time, surprisingly, Play for Today. That riff is just awesome. So, I'll go ahead and nominate that one. How about
Especially
you?
live.
Yeah,
With that,
so-
it's so much. It's like so much more powerful live.
Yeah.
So
I'm just gonna sprinkle in a little something different, a little something new, and
something borrowed, something blue.
yeah, because it, although it's not like super like, oh my god, you're doing something crazy like you're in the fucking Doors or anything, but the keyboard, the synthesizer, and like his like little piano lick in All I Ever Am is like its own hook in that song, and it's so good.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like it always like when it comes on, it's its own part of the song that I am like super like that I love.
Sure. Yeah. There's some rad little parts there for sure. So
Yeah.
I dig it, and getting some of those new songs in there. So
Yeah.
the first of many to come, I'm sure. So, all right. After keyboards, we're changing up bass line this time because I think we could go all day on picking awesome bass lines and slugging that out. And last year's winner was Fascination Street, rightfully so. And this time we're changing it up with gear, a little something for the gearheads out there. So,
Come on, nerds.
we all
Go.
love Simon's fashionable bass guitars, so we're gonna nominate the coolest or best bass guitar used by Simon over the years. Woo! All right, so me kicking it off.
You.
All right, so I'm gonna go with shit. Kind of torn now. Get those last second moments where you want to change the play, you know. That's not how you get to the Super Bowl, you know, the audibles, right? So, I'm going to go with his Thunderbird, his Gibson Thunderbird that he used like around Wild Mood Swings era and such. So maybe not the most shining example of awesomeness, but it's just the coolest fucking looking bass. I love those, like that big brown one has the white, you know, and yeah, I love the way those look, and they're cool. So going with the Thunderbird. How about you? What's on your list, Antonio?
I am going with occasionally Simon plays a black on black Fender Precision bass, which is just, I think, one of the best and just sexiest all around basses gear wise. I've always been a Fender P bass guy.
Okay.
You know, I think his Schecters look really cool, but I don't love the guitars from an electronics standpoint. And there's just nothing, I don't think anything better in the bass world than an American Fender P bass.
Yeah,
And that black on black was always kind of hard to find.
I feel like a primary video, maybe. Is he playing it?
I think he plays one in the primary video, but then
Yeah.
later too, it is a beast in the studio too. It's a versatile
Yeah.
bass. It doesn't make a lot of like feedback noise. It sounds beautiful, clean, but can also get really dirty, which we know Simon loves the dirty sound.
Hell yeah.
All right. Chaz, do you have one that stands out? If you describe it, if you're not down with the names or anything, too, we could probably.
Well, you guys know me with with all the gear
Yeah,
I pull around. I'm gonna go with the one string bass. His big old dong.
Oh, oh my goodness!
My virgin
man.
ears.
It's a family show. Oh my goodness!
That's all I got.
Is that your final choice?
That's my final choice.
Simon's dong. All right, it's there. So
Wow.
Let's see if that one wins.
We'll see. Yeah, you know that's gonna win. It's like, can we not be serious? All right. Fair enough. We'll see what happens there. So let's move on to drum tracks then. How about the best drum track on a Cure song?
What did we do
I feel like there's
last
only one
time?
right answer to this.
Well, last year, Burn was the big winner. Other nominations were In Between Days and the song Blood Flowers. So, best drum track on a Cure song. Let's see. Back to Antonio.
You said there was only one right answer.
Yeah.
It's Burn.
Again?
Return Burn.
I feel like we're doing it dirty
Second
if we
degree
don't
burn.
at least put it up the second degree, because you know it's going to be the write-in if we don't put it on.
Yeah, true. So, you might as
So
well.
I'm just putting it on there,
Okay,
so that
let's
the
just-
write-in, so somebody can make a complete fucking curveball on the write-in.
Yeah, somebody can actually come up with something creative for the next one. All right. What do you got, Chaz?
What were the other ones last time?
Blood Flowers, the song, and In Between Days.
I'm gonna go with The Hanging Garden.
Ooh, yeah, that's a
Ooh,
good
there you
choice.
go.
I was debating some primary or
Yeah.
pornography ones. Hanging
Yeah,
Garden
same.
is the catchiest shit beat. You hear that? You know it's the song.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah, you hear
it's-
it
you don't even have to
wildly.
play it. So very cool. Well, I'm always tempted by disintegration tracks. I'm gonna go with End Song for this one because I'm
Ooh.
loving that beat.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
now I'm hungry, man.
Talk about riffs.
Yeah,
Yeah, seriously.
subcategory best.
Best jingle.
Yeah,
Now I want that green McDonald's shake.
yeah. It's supposed to be green, right?
I hope so.
They're scraping the floor for a while there.
All right, now we've moved on to guitars, lead guitar / solo. Since Akira isn't really a big like solo band necessarily, but their little lead parts is what I'd call them, are right up there with the best of solos. And we're gonna just do a studio lead and solo in a song, so not necessarily live, but what was recorded. And our choices last year, our big winner for studio one was Strange Day, actually, that solo / lead that goes.
You stole that one from me again too, because because this is my turn now.
Yeah, now now you get the lead off.
I
this
get
one.
the first one,
All right,
and
what's
I'm
your-
saying A Strange Day,
Ooh, you're going to double it up.
because last time he made me go with The Blood.
Yeah, your favorite
So,
song. So-
I fucking love that song, man. I wish they played that every single time I saw
Every
them. I love that song.
Open with it, right?
Dude, I would mosh if they opened that song.
That would be pretty rad.
Kicking people in the face with the blood of Christ.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'm going with Strange Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
I think it's their best solo ever. It'll be their best solo ever. And hearing it live, ugh.
Yeah, so nice. All right, I'm gonna go with I'm actually gonna go with one Chaz wasn't fond of a few years back. He had mentioned, but I always love it. Three Imaginary Boys is solo because
Eh.
just comes in. I think I just like it because it was one of the few ones I can actually play on guitar, you know. Not a big solo guy, so I'm like, I can nail that one. So I always love that one. And yeah, I think it just kind of cuts out. There aren't too many Cure songs, like we're saying, where it does just kind of like drop and then it's big fucking all right solo time, you know. So yeah, it's a cool one.
It's better now.
Yeah,
than it was back
when it was all three like
yeah
thin
yeah
and shit. Yeah.
It's like, well, there has to be a solo, right? And they're just like, I
do
guess
this.
so.
Now with Reeves, it's like a fucking
Yeah.
you know fighter jet flying in. So, makes it sound good. All right, what do you got, Antonio? What do you like?
Well,
from
I
the
think you gave
Shred?
me the perfect segue by
Okay.
saying came in like a fighter jet because
Ooh.
I am gonna nominate Drone No Drone.
Oh shit! Another new
That's
one.
some serious freaking guitar fucking
True.
riffing.
That's awesome. Yeah, the good choice. I had I Can Never Say Goodbye as a backup choice too, just because that one's got a nice nasty little solo there.
It does.
But yeah,
if we did best bass track this year, I would have gone with something off the new album.
Yeah, true. Best vocal performance in a song. Dun, dun, dun. So
Well,
recording
I hope it's in a song. It's not in an audiobook, you know.
in an interview. So yeah, I'll kick this one off. I'm gonna go with Same Deep Water as You. Actually, get a little weird on that one because it's just so emotional and so beautiful. I love the vocals on that, and yeah, why not? So Same Deep Water as You.
Burn.
Okay, yeah.
Because I was gonna say Burn from Glastonbury 2019. Whenever I'm like watching that one, he does it a little more like aggressive, and there's just something about that specific performance on that one that's so good.
Yeah.
But
yeah, especially by the end when he's just totally shouting it out on the end there.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah. But it's not like he's shouting it out where he's like, I can't do this. I'm out of breath.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Burn was a contender last time, but lost out to the song Disintegration. So we'll give it another shot this year at taking home the trophy. What you got, Antonio or Chaz?
I am gonna go with End Song.
Ooh, cool.
Ooh, that was up there for me too. I was
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I totally agree. So many on those new ones are
Yeah.
crushing the vocals. Excellent. Yeah. Strong contenders all the way through. Same Deep Water as You, Burn, and End Song. Of course, I always go for the wimpy ones. But sad bastard. All right. This is a good one. Best logo. And good return one from last time. Last time our winner was the classic Drop C 78 to 81 logo. This year, let's see. We're back to Antonio to kick it off with your nominations. What's your favorite logo?
I really like. Works. Then I look in the chat here, and maybe someone can tell me what I like.
Okay, so yeah, that's the head on the door. One,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, cool.
I think this was like a knockoff shirt.
Yeah, I got that one. It's the one that's just got that weird old cat. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of like the in orange one and head on the door era. But
Yeah. That's just always a fun one.
nice squigglies, a little E in the C that never made any sense to me, but damn if it isn't cool. So very cool. What you got, Chaz?
I'm gonna go with the only used once logo of Pornography. The very thin logo that they use. Very thin font.
Yeah.
Very minimalist.
Weird that they didn't use that again.
Very underrated.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for underrated one this time too then. Since Scott used the mixed up font for our new logo. I guess it's more technically the Never Enough single uses it. So yeah, that one. Mixed up. What?
All mixed up. Don't know what to do.
So lots of room for write-ins on that one. Even the Songs of a Lost World new one, that's a cool font. I like
That
it.
was a good one. Yeah.
So, cool. Let's move on to another hate-filled category. Everybody loves those. So let's do, instead of best album cover this time, which was Head on the Door was the big winner last year for best album cover. We're going to do the worst album cover by The Cure. Which one takes home the shameful award of worst album art?
I feel bad if I make fun of kids' artwork.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go with Blood Flowers.
Okay.
That shit is so weak. It's so pixelated.
Yeah.
It's so like the liner notes are fucking awful. Like all of
especially
it's
whole
just
design layout. Yeah,
It's
if you're considering all
dog
that,
shit.
it
Like the
is
logo's dog shit.
so
All of it's
bad.
dog shit.
Which is, it's a shame though, because the picture and the layout idea isn't bad. Like that picture
No.
of him's cool and the white and the different colors. But yeah, why is it so pixelated?
It's so
It's
pixelated.
terrible.
And when you get the vinyl, it's like, oh my god, it's so much
awful.
worse.
Yeah, and even just the whole layout on the inside, like you're saying, is just so bad. Where it's just nothing blends. It looks like bad clip art. All right, great choice. My choice will go to, even though I tend to defend the top more than you guys as an album, the album art just kind of is awful, I think. I bought that for my niece over Christmas when we're at the record shop, and I was like, don't judge it by the...
Were you trying to punish her?
It's the only one they had at the record shop. I wanted to get
That's
her
a bad
cure.
excuse.
It looks like a fucking Grateful Dead.
Yeah, it's so bad. I just like, and you know, we've talked about this a million times where it's like there's pieces of it that are cool. If you just put like the bird on there, the one little
There are,
symbol
yeah.
or something, but just the whole color scheme and it just blurred.
Yeah.
And none of the green part. There's somebody that's just like, ugh, God, it's so weird that they would miss the mark that hard on that. So I'm gonna nominate the top for
Like even the logo, is good on that one. I like the logo.
Yeah.
So
Are we going full studio album or can it be any?
I think it could be anything. Yeah, let's say.
Okay.
So if it's like a live one or something.
it's got to
like
be
that.
official though, right?
Yeah, no
Okay.
bootleg.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go with The Cure, Just Like Heaven 12-inch cover.
Okay.
Like it's got the weird handwriting, like it looks like a 14-year-old high school girl like wrote it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
It's just like for a song that's like, you know, one of the greatest pop songs ever written. It just is such a fucking really
So,
bad.
you don't like it's the one with like the big like the single cover for Just Like Heaven. where it
Yeah,
has
with that weird circle with just like little lips in the middle of
the
it.
one little
Just-
lips. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like because like I have it too, and even when I'm like fumbling through my vinyls, I'm like I want to put this one on, but I'm like it's just fucking ugly.
Yeah, I like
It looks like it looks like a tapestry from like a, you know, like you went to a head shop.
I'm cool with it.
You said Just Like Heaven, right?
Yeah, Just Like
Yeah.
Heaven's single cover basically. I
Yeah, this
don't like the circle idea of it, but I like the little like border is really cool, and I like the font. You know, I like the little teenage girl font as you call it. But
Wow.
yeah,
I'm astonished that you said this.
Really? You like that?
Yeah, I fucking love that artwork.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good one.
I don't. It's just it's too like weird, like
It's weird, yeah, but it's
hippie,
like
dippy. I don't know.
like if you look at the picture disc, 7 inch is amazing. If you look at that artwork, it's just like it's a combination of almost like
Well,
the top
I feel
artwork.
like it works. I feel like it works better on the 7-inch. It's not
Yeah.
as open like this.
It
You know
is
what I
a
mean?
lot of empty space with that big circle. That
There
is
is,
weird.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I like those little lips too. They're cool with the little
Yeah, the
curly
little
on
lips.
the
Yeah.
end. I like that.
I was gonna say self-titled, but then you guys made me feel bad.
Ah.
Well, you could have gone with a self-titled single though.
Yeah,
if you
go on there.
that
Oh, yeah.
wasn't drawn by a child.
Some of those are real bad. Going back to the Just Like Heaven one, it did work really good on the single, like the tape. I felt like because the letters fill up the space more, and it's kind of like the whole border is really good. And I always kind of associated, seeing that as the tape early on because I never had the record of it. And I remember that hit me when I did see like the vinyl. I was like, there's a lot of empty space on this. It's a big old circle in there.
Yeah.
You were supposed to kiss it. And
Yeah.
like you were supposed to put lipstick on it and kiss it. That's what that blank spots were for.
It'll be my favorite band forever now. Awesome. All right. We are moving on into the next category now as we powerhouse into some video business here. We got best full-length live performance video. Returning from last year. Last year we had In Orange being the big winner. Trilogy and Curation were the runners up. I'm going with Hyde Park. I think it's great. I love that it's so clear and sunny, and mostly just for the song selection. There's their whole catalog pretty much. So going with that. It's a great live show. Hyde Park. What do you think, Antonio? Best live video?
Now, does it have? What are these stipulations on this?
Okay, pretty
Does it
much
have to
just
be
a live
available on
DVD.
DVD?
Has to be available. I guess if it hasn't come out on DVD, like some of them haven't, like Show would count and stuff. Obviously, if it was just on VHS, but I guess like Troxy would count now. I would say.
Well, that's what I was gonna say was
Yeah.
Troxy, but I feel like this day and age they're not really dropping stuff.
Yeah, that would count. I think that's about as close as it's if in the old relation of the world that would have been on a DVD in a minute. So yeah. Can we go with that one?
Yeah.
All right, great choice.
2/3 of Trilogy.
Yeah. Just okay. I'll say 2/3 of Trilogy. I don't think we really need to ask which 2/3, but for the people out there.
Just remove Blood Flowers and you've got a perfect back-to-back.
Yeah. And it was like a dirty trick, isn't it? Where like two of them are on one disc, so it wasn't like you could just watch the one disc. You had to get like it was like just pornography, and maybe it was, but I don't know, or maybe it wasn't. I can't remember. It's like pornography and disintegration on one disc. That means you would never watch Blood Flowers. It's like but interesting. All right, live album then, just audio. What is your choice for best live album? Winners last year. Paris was the big winner last year, which kind of surprised me. I think I was giving credit to the reissue had come out last year, and so Paris, Show, and Entreat were the original Entreat were the runners up, and so yeah, back to Antonio then for first pick of nomination for live album.
I'm gonna go with Curation. Well, oh no, is it technically? Yeah, no,
I guess that would count it. Not the Hyde Park portion, but where they did the From Now to Then and Then to Now or whatever. Is that the one you mean?
Yeah, because I have the CDs and the DVDs.
Yeah,
so
like where they played one song
CD.
from each album and then each one coming back.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be the Curation.
Yeah.
So, cool. Okay.
What was it, the 40 Live, I think they called it too.
Yeah.
I feel like it had multiple names.
True. Yeah, when they packaged it all together, it was called 40 something. But
exactly.
Hyde Park if it's by itself or whatever.
Right, exactly.
Or Anniversary even, right?
Because I listen. I honestly I listen to that one like a lot. So
yeah, cool.
I feel like I have.
All right, Chaz.
I'm gonna go with Entreat Plus.
Oh, the whole package, huh?
The whole package this time.
All right.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get those extra tracks in there.
Yeah, I was surprised I didn't win last time. So that would.
Well, I went with the original one last time, so we're gonna go with
so
the
maybe
plus one this time.
People are like, "Oh, now that he's including the other ones, kids."
Well, now I can sign on.
Yeah, it's just that little nudge. I'm gonna go with Show, just to leave the big winners of writing if people want. So Show, amazing. It doubles as a greatest hits almost. It's so good. So I feel like you could give a new Cure listener Show, and it would be a good sampler. Lots of reasons. So cool. All right. Music video. This is always a fun one. Music video, I believe last time Lullaby was the big winner. with Close to Me and Pictures of You as the other nominations. And yeah, so this time Chaz kicks it off with your.
I want to switch it up a little bit, and we'll go with In Between Days.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Lots of
We already did Close to Me last
possibilities.
time, so I had to, got to
Yeah.
switch it up there. In Between Days, we'll go there.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna go with. Even though you don't get much cooler than Just Like Heaven, I'm gonna go with. Let's go with a weird one. Mint Car is a fun video. I always
That's a
like
good one.
watching that. There's a lot of cool
Yeah.
stuff to look out for. Cool. Robert
Yeah.
playing dress ups.
Video might be better than the song.
I was gonna say you might not like the song, but the video is pretty damn good.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, like you can't deny that the video is good even if you hate the song.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I hate the song. I mean, it's not my favorite by any means.
I like it more than Friday I'm in Love, but hey, that's just my opinion.
I like both of them. They're fun. The right moment. It's great.
I am going to go with Never Enough.
Ooh, yeah, that is a rad video. I
That's
like
a
that
great video.
Again,
And I feel like it's also a video that would kind of stand up today. Like if like I could see like a band today like doing that concept,
Yeah.
you know?
for sure. Yeah, I think so. And arguably again,
Again,
when
despite
it's-
how you feel about the song, the
the
video is
song.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
video is a lot better than the song. I'll give you that. A lot better than the song.
song rocks, man. All right, cool. So yeah, lots of possibilities, and maybe the first one. I haven't been looking too close, but where all three nominations are different than last time. So crazy! It's getting crazy up here. I hope you guys can.
Yo, this is crazy.
Everybody
All
calm
right.
down.
Whew, you know how these award shows get near the end. Everyone's getting crazy, getting lit. Best song off of Songs of a
Wait,
Lost World.
Kanye, sit down.
Sit
Kanye,
down, Kanye.
sit down.
Stop goose stepping.
Sorry about that, guys. You know,
It's getting off the charts. Will Smith just smacked me for no reason. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. All right, new category: best song from Songs of a Lost World. So everybody's got more opinions than we need on this. So what is?
and what's even
the
funnier
best
is
song?
if people write a song in,
Yeah,
that's 50% of the album.
totally. We can cover 50%. Very true. I hadn't thought of that. Awesome. I'll just grab the probably obvious one out of the way and go with End Song is my favorite and nominated song of Songs of Lost World. I don't know if any of that just made sense, but what you got, Antonio?
I will go with the other end and go alone.
Sweet. Cool. Chaz,
I'll go with the front end. You go with the back end.
gonna
And
have to be somewhere in the middle.
I'll go with the right answer, which is All I Ever Am.
Ooh, all right. For second,
I knew that was
nomination.
going to be the three, by the way. I was
Yeah.
like,
Really? The only other one
Yeah.
I honestly thought maybe Drone No Drone would be in there. But
I think it's a
That's a
great
curveball.
song, but it standing up against the other ones is just
yeah, I
doesn't,
don't think
you know,
I can never say goodbye. You guys don't like the sad "My Brother's Dead" song? Or something?
I do, but like I can only listen to it when I really need to cry and like
yeah.
Just give it an award for its sadness.
that should be an award of next year. Saddest Gear
the
song.
saddest Gear song.
It gets the teardrop tattoo award.
Yeah,
Yeah. Awesome.
Sad Bastard Award.
Yes, yes. All right, we're on the final stretch now of the big awards. These are the ones, the high stakes awards, guys, that really bring in the cash for the band and really propel them into the next level of stardom that they need. We're going to kick it off light, though, with Best Co-Producer. Last year, we had Dave Allen as the big winner. Phil Thornalley and Mike Hedges were the other nominees. This year,
Who else are we gonna nominate?
so it might not be much change here, but
Susie wants to
maybe.
nominate
we
somebody.
got a whole new album that was co-produced.
I'm actually gonna fucking give some love to Paul Corkett.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, he was on my list too. So I think he stepped it up with his most recent release there, and yeah, I think that's a great choice.
I think
all
with all
for
the
it.
difficulty with this album being recorded over the time that it was recorded,
Yeah,
and having stuff and going, and even like hearing, Robert talking about like Simon going back in and redoing the bass after that first tour, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and having, somebody co-produce it to still make it seem very cohesive
yeah,
when it seemed like recording over such a crazy long span. Sometimes you lose sound. I mean, I'll
right.
go back to something 2 days later and I feel like it's off.
Lost momentum.
So I
Yeah,
think there's something to really be said about that from a production standpoint.
and
That
having an
is very important to
expectation to live up
recognize.
to. The
Yeah,
fact that people heard those songs live. That sets the
yeah,
bar a little higher. So
definitely.
definitely pulled it off. All right,
Yep.
Chaz.
David Allen.
All right.
I can't.
Ah!
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Still
And
likes my stuff on Facebook and like
yeah,
comments on stuff on my Facebook account. I'm just like,
don't get
cool.
much cooler than
This
that
is
guy.
weird.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm gonna go with Mike Hedges this time too. This guy just has more to work with, so we'll go with Mike Hedges. He's got a couple more under there. So, all right. Now the tough questions. We're just condensing live and studio into just all around best Cure lineup. The impossible question: how could you ever just choose one? But what is the nominees for this year's Best Cure lineup? Last year, 89 Disintegration won both live and studio. And Head on the Door, 85, and Wish, 92 were the runners up. Anything changed this year? Let's find out.
I am going to go with 1989 lineup post lull.
Boom. All right. 89 post lull. Sounds like a winner.
Chicken dinner.
All right. Hard to argue that lineup. And cool. I'm going to go with the current one. I think it's time to officially give that praise. We were all wondering with the album, if they could pull off a great album, then it's been a pretty amazing lineup. So I
Crown
think
them the champs.
They did it. Let's say current lineup. And that leaves Antonio, your choice.
92 Wish lineup.
Okay. So you got a little Perry in there. Still got Pearl and Boris. A whole
And
crew.
Simon the anchor.
Yes. Okay. Solid choices. A little different than last year. So we'll see what happens. All right. We got best single. So this song has to have been released as a single, but not just a standalone single. It can be a single from an album too. So does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Let's do it.
What's up?
I'm going to go with a weirder one since we got so many obvious choices of the Powerhouse 5 from the Pop Encore. I'm going to just go with Love Song, even though we're all a little sick of it. I think it's a great single and the song has great bass line, all kinds of cool parts. It was a big hit, so I think that has to have a lot of weight. So I'm going with Love Song for some reason. Let's do it. Love that Love Song. What about you, Antonio?
So I'll throw my Charlotte sometimes in there.
Show it sometimes? All right.
Second year in a row.
Yeah. It's going to win one of these times.
I know. Don't be disrespecting me.
And Chaz.
Let's throw Lullaby in there. Let's see what kind of love that gets.
So that's cool. That'll cover their highest charting single in the U.S. and Lullaby is their highest charting single in the U.K. So
Look at that.
So the true battle of Singles. Singles night. All right.
Yeah.
And now we're going
Lord.
to open the gates to best song ever by The Cure. Doesn't even have to be a single. Woo! Antonio gets the honor of picking from the top of all. Not
like-
from the top.
yeah. I know, yeah.
I have a feeling it won't be from the top.
Banana fish bones.
Yes. Wow. Curveball.
I'm gonna go with A Letter to Elise.
Ooh, all right.
I'm going sappy for Gavin. Hoping that
I love it.
He'll go in a different direction.
That didn't even make the list last time.
Yeah, I was just.
I
pulling
know,
down the thing,
and it actually bothered me that it didn't.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, I gotta do it.
Yeah. Because, last year the big winner was Disintegration, the song. And that beat out Pictures of You and Just Like Heaven. So, yeah, very cool. And, so Letter to Elise in the top running. Best song. Chaz, what are you going to add to the mix?
Sinking.
Ooh. Oh, man. I love it.
We're giving the people some shit to think about.
Yeah,
this
is leaving open a lot of.
Well, again, because you could ask me this question every day for an
Yeah.
entire year, and you're gonna probably get about 8 different answers. So
Yeah, and it is good to
Depends on
take
my
advantage of the
mood.
not it being a single that because that could have gotten covered in the last one. So, but
I'm gonna say it's on par with me with Disintegration and End Song.
yeah,
As far as like that really depressing, hard song that just like
yeah,
kicks you right in the balls, like where it's supposed to, and it's just like
and impossible to get sick of too for some reason. It's like
Absolutely.
how many
Yeah.
fucking times have we listened to all those songs and it's
Yeah.
like never.
and it's also another
Been
one of those
skipped.
songs that could be nominated for best bass line when we did bass line. I mean,
Yeah.
like it's
Yep.
just it's got so much to it. Like
So this is painful. All 3 of my choices of possibilities are all available, and I don't know which one to pick. You guys know my heart lies with Pictures of You.
Yep.
So some motherfucker out there better pick Pictures of You because it just seems a little too obvious at this point. So I can't pick Pictures of You. I'm gonna leave that open. I'm gonna throw a Forest out there, even though.
Not a wrong answer.
It's won many a polls and all that stuff. The archetypal song, I think we had a whole episode about. So I'm gonna go with it.
great, yeah.
A Forest, and we'll see what the people say. Because
We're leaving all 3 of those songs out for them to pick one from.
so
Disintegration, Pictures of You, or Just Like Heaven.
that's blasphemy, but
It is.
It's interesting. We'll see, because all those could duke it out among the write-in. So that'll be funny just to see if people are like, "Fuck that, it's Pictures of You." I'll be like, "You're right," but we'll see. All right, cool. Well, before we get to the finale, epic best album, let's do the worst album ever released by The Cure. I think this is how the Oscars and shit should go to, like right before the
biggest
do it.
pile of dog
the
shit.
biggest pile of shit this year was
They really should
I just wanted Chaperone to win everything.
yeah. Even best Cure album.
Yeah, best Cure album, best hip hop album, best country album.
There you go. It's Beyonce. Yeah.
They really should do like biggest bust of the year, like the movie they
Yeah.
spent the most money on that made the least amount of money in the box office.
Yeah,
just to
yeah.
shame them so they don't waste everybody's time.
True. That would
With
be
making bullshit.
biggest flop of the year.
Yeah,
They
like
all
biggest
come
biggest piece of shit of the
Everybody
year.
throwing
You know?
shit at them as they're coming up to the stage.
Yeah, it'd be a new Marvel movie. Super.
Yeah. Totally. All right. So worst studio album. So we're narrowing it down so you can't pick a live one or anything like that. So we're going with the 14 official albums. Which one do you nominate for the worst album? Chaz gets the honor of choosing first.
Yeah,
Drawing first
Jazzy,
blood.
baby.
I'm
Let's
gonna get
lose some
somebody mad.
listeners. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
lose some listeners real quick here.
Oh, gonna have to go with the self-titled.
Yeah.
I think the top's going a little bit on me.
Yeah.
Especially with hearing some of the live, like just the live stuff on some things, it sounds better. But I don't that self-titled. There's so much shit on it that's wrong.
Can I nominate it too?
Everybody can.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Like, because
yeah,
like I can't even say. Like I can't even say the 2000 what I can't remember the name of the album off the top of my head now. I'm tired, guys.
No problem.
Yeah,
that's how award shows go. We're all dragging by the last one.
Yeah,
but like that one, it's
413.
Yeah, 413.
Yeah,
like it starts off with an amazing song, and it's got a couple good songs in there that I really like.
Yeah,
where self-titled doesn't really have anything except maybe one or two pop songs.
Yeah. All right. Well, my choice, as much as I would still take it over the self-titled, but the next in line does unfortunately have to be 413 Dream. It just doesn't work with whatever, I'd like to think that the original concept was much better and it would have flowed better and whatever, but as it is in reality, it is probably the second worst Cure album in my opinion. So, all right. That makes it harder for the third choice. What do we start to, or maybe not? Let's see.
I'm like, you guys both know what I'm going to say. And,
we're just leaving it for you to take the.
It's with a heavy heart. I need to say the top.
Yeah. So you like
you could
it?
say Bloodflowers.
Bloodflowers are Wild Mood Swings, but I mean,
both of them are.
But you go on the top.
Yeah,
I do agree
I'll
with
definitely
you.
go with the top.
Yeah. All right. We'll see what the people say.
I would have said Bloodflowers if I had the third choice, but
yeah, it's a tough one actually. Just rating those three. I mean, I'll take the top over all those. But even between Bloodflowers and Wild Mood Swings is tough for me because I think some of the ones I like a lot on Wild Mood Swings I love probably more on Bloodflowers.
Yeah.
But as an album, I like Bloodflowers more than so it's one of those weird.
Yeah, but like Wild Mood Swings to me, although it has its issues, it's still a record that I can put on like while I'm cleaning the house. And it's got like
it's
just like boppable moments.
It's not annoying. Like the self-titled is annoying.
Yeah,
like that's what it is.
Where you're just
like
physically, because
and the top can be annoying.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where that's where my head's at.
All right. Well, those are all solid choices, and that leads us to the final category of this ceremony tonight. We are nominating 3 albums to be the best Cure album ever. I mean, really, it's anyone's game, but our choices for best album nominations are. So I'm not gonna choose Disintegration. I'm gonna choose Songs of a Lost World. Actually, is the best Cure album ever.
I was gonna take that one if somebody took Disintegration.
No. So yeah, there we go. Songs of the Lost World. We're all buzzing from it still. So maybe in about another year's time, we'll be like, this is the masterpiece. So,
well, looking by what everybody picked last year, you can tell who had the first pick because Antonio picked Disintegration, and then you picked Head on the Door, Gavin, and then I was just like, fuck. Well, I guess I got to pick Pornography.
Totally. So, all right. So, Songs of the Lost World. Disintegration still fair game along with all the other ones. What you got, Antonio?
I'm gonna be a dick right now. I'm gonna
choosing the top.
No, I'm gonna
makes no sense.
I'm gonna say Head on the Door to leave Chaz with no other option.
Oh man!
Oh no! Choices to make.
I have to choose between my children, my left arm or right
exactly.
arm. Pornography or Disintegration.
I was like, I gotta give him the most difficult thing he's gonna do all night.
That is tough.
Because if I don't say because if I don't say disintegration, everybody's like,
Just
"What the
go-
fuck, man?"
Yeah, it's not even on the list. Fuck this podcast. It's not even on the list.
So I'm gonna have to say disintegration.
We gotcha.
Yeah.
But pornography is so good, guys. It's
Well,
so
we'll
good.
And I'm
what
sure
happens. Maybe
people are
they'll
gonna
write
write it in.
Yeah. So
I honestly think people might put faith in.
I had it jotted down. That was my wild card in a sense, because I feel like off the heels of Songs of a Lost World too, maybe everyone kind of, as we were getting so burnt out on that one, going, I might listen to Faith again, just because that's another in that vein, and it's a fucking great album. I still probably would take it over Pornography. Yeah.
Faith and Pornography are both perfect albums in my mind.
Yeah.
But so is Disintegration, and
Right.
for the most part, so is Songs of the Lost World. So
Yeah.
I think and Head on a Door. So yeah, so we'll go Yeah, yeah.
Gonna be interesting to see how it plays out. And so yeah, that concludes our nominations list. We'll have the survey up. It's in our links everywhere, so you guys go vote your little hearts out, because this is really important shit here, and we want to make sure that all the best of the year get recognized. And so yeah, we'll have an episode in between this. I'm not sure what yet, but that'll give us time to put all the statistics together and then come back for the big award show. So this was just that weird little nomination ceremony they do, like for the Oscars, where everyone shows up in a small little room. So psych, this wasn't even the big party. So. But yeah. So you guys feel good about the choices, though? You feel like songs are getting represented?
Yeah, and if Robert wants to sway this vote in any way possible, you can send some funds to me or some chocolate bars, and we'll I'll put my finger on the scale one way or another.
Sounds good. Yeah, he can get in on it too, even, so he's eligible. He can vote if he wants.
Oh my God, he just puts the worst shit up there. He's like, I really like this.
He signs his name behind all the write-ins. It's like, oh my God. So yeah, and if you have a question about it, feel free to drop me a line. I'm sure some of these we had to kind of back up with an explanation. So if it didn't make sense somehow, just drop me a line. I'll share you any information. But I think that should do it for the nominees and for us in this episode. Well, you have a wonderful night. Thank you, Antonio, Chaz, and thanks you guys out there for listening. Look forward to seeing the results. And don't forget, talk hard.
Later.
All right, there you have it. Thanks again, Chaz and Antonio, for constructing the ultimate Cure Awards ballot with me. Once again, you guys have 2 weeks to vote. We'll have a regular episode up next while we calculate the results, and then hit you back with the big winner ceremony episode. The link to voting will be in our Instagram bio and on various stories posted on Instagram throughout the next 2 weeks. It'll be on our Facebook page. It'll be in the description of this episode, wherever you're streaming right now, including on YouTube. So look in those descriptions. You should be able to find the link. If all else fails and you can't find it, just email me at gavinconner@gmail.com and I'll send it to you personally. And don't forget, even if you think all our nominees were totally shit, you could still write in your nomination this year. So anything is possible. And while you're out there clicking on a bunch of Holy Hour links, go check out our Patreon, patreon.com/The Holy Hour Podcast. Just posted a Holy Half Hour episode up there recently. Those are mini little episodes that I do once a month or so, and just exclusive for the Patreon crew. This month, I believe, will be on Vampirator. Yes, go check it out and see what you think. And sign on up if it looks like you want to be in the Cool Kids Club, like Donna, Craig, Jeff Hilton, Jeff Cortland Jones, Sue, John, Alan, Allison, Dion, Namicio, Matt Ford, Tom Burns, Letty, John Roberts, Jason, Tony, Ben, Matt Fisher, Danny, Coulter, Tom Johnson, Francisco, Arno, Chip, Amber, Nicholas, Shirley, Jason Hall, Steve, Mara, Caroline, Brian, Sean, and Colin, along with Kate, who runs CureThreads.com, an online shop with heaps of cool, original Cure-inspired designs on a wide range of products. Kate also created the cover art for the recently reissued Just Like Heaven Cure Tribute vinyl, available at alr-music.com. Plus, she helms Cure Arts Collab on Instagram, so go follow that account and check out all the lovely artwork created by Cure fans like you. Scott Kerger is also a faithful Patreon member and co-host of the Sarlacc Digest, an all Star Wars podcast that airs every Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Pacific Time on YouTube and Facebook, with replays anywhere you want, any streaming service you want, anywhere you get your podcasts. No matter what level Star Wars fan you are, these guys will brighten your nerd world with the best of Star Wars talk in the galaxy. David runs The Obsessive Geek on Etsy. He's also got tons of cool products that you need to check out ASAP, including 3D printed recreations of the Three Imaginary Boys and Boys Don't Cry album covers, Songs of a Lost World album cover, even the Boys Don't Cry single cover. They're perfect for decorating your Cure fan house. Dana is a super talented animation and illustration artist that is for hire if your business or project could use some killer graphics to help promote it. Check out her work at graphics.tv. That's graphics with an X.tv. Tanya would love to spread awareness of 988lifeline.org, a suicide and crisis hotline with over 200 crisis call centers located all over the U.S., available 24/7, offering free and confidential support for people in distress and numerous prevention and crisis resources. So if you or anyone you know is in need of help, which a lot of us are right now, please reach out to 988lifeline.org. Tim is part of New Waterloo, an independent hospitality development, design, and management company that owns and operates hotels and restaurants. And you can find their many lovely locations at newwaterloo.com. Lisa recommends you visit Dickens if you're up in Calgary, Canada, and you want to check out a great live show or event. They got bands, trivia nights, dance nights, drag shows, the works. So check out the full listing of their events at dickensyyc.com. Or if you're down in Arkansas and looking for some good goth fun, Jessica recommends you keep an eye on Club Nevermore. They are the source of all cool events and shows. Check out their upcoming schedule at clubnevermore.com. And of course, Chaz's other podcast, The Excommunication Station, where he and Chrissy take on the evangelical church. New episodes drop every Wednesday, everywhere you get podcasts. And on your way out, swing on by the Holy Hour merch store. The link is in the descriptions and on our Facebook and Instagram and YouTube pages, where you should also subscribe while you're over there. Tons of cool Holy Hour shirts and such over there, so go show your support of the podcast and pick yourself something out. So treat yourself to something beautiful. That's all for now. Hope you guys are doing well. That was fun. Go cast your vote. I hope you enjoy doing that for the 2025 Cure Awards. We'll see where the results take us. And talk to you next time. Toggard.